Good evening. It is Thursday, June the 19th, 2014, sometime before or a little after 12 midnight. I'm somewhat of a night owl, so I'm up late at night working and doing my things. I have the privilege of working from home, so I can work anytime I want. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Thank you for visiting my blog. I really appreciate the fact that people take an interest in what I have to say. I had a recent change. I haven't blogged personally a lot here lately, but something significant happened that I wanted to share online. I've watched this video from the YouTube channel You Are Creators, and the video is titled Believe It In. And I'm going to put a link to the video on this blog post below this video for you to watch it. I think it's somewhere around 19 minutes. The other night I was on my iPad mini, wasn't really sleepy but was too tired to stay up, so I laid in bed watching some videos, and You Are Creators is one of the most awesome YouTube channels for motivational videos and information on spiritual development, the law of attraction, and other things. Now, I've watched that video multiple times, and it just proves that no matter how many times you read a book or how much you watch a video, there's always something new you can gather from it if you watch it or read something multiple times. So in the video, as you can see below if you watch it, it talks about believing it in. And as I was watching the video, I felt inspired to kind of go along the pathway of, I guess you would call switching gears, if you will. I also refer to it as natural evolution, and that is switching your technique up a little bit. The way I prayed and manifested things into my reality 20 years ago, and I'm 44 now, is totally different than the way I do it. The methodology is the same. And I've come to see that the methodology itself has two different points in its polarization, the negative and the positive, or the positive and the negative. And you can be at any point on this, seesaw, if you will. The way I create personally things out of thin air, using the power of the spoken word, is through prayer and meditation. And for some years now, I've been quite successful at using the term I choose. In other words, I choose a new car, I choose a perfect client, I choose this or I choose that. And what's funny is I'm very comfortable with those words. But the video that I'm referencing, it got me thinking. There's a lot of videos on using the word I am. And depending on your spiritual beliefs, some people refer to the great I am as God himself or herself. I don't really know about all that, but I know that I was created in the likeness and image of God, because humankind and everything on this planet is by design, and the genius, our creator, designed it. So if God's the king and I'm his son and I'm the prince, I'm endowed with the same authority to a certain extent as God has, or as the king has. I have exercised that authority in my personal life over and over and over, so no one can tell me that it doesn't work. And even though self-help books and a lot of videos they're kind of like snake oil, guy riding around in the Old West in a wagon selling an elixir that will cure everything. The power of the mind, if you believe it, you're cured. Other people, they didn't believe it, and they didn't get cured. But the snake oil had elements in it that would benefit you. had elements in it that would hurt you too. And I think that is what you find in spiritual development and gurus and teachers. And the one thing about teachers that spread a message, I think they have something to share with you. The problem is that what they're trying to share with you may not be the total sum of what you need. So read, watch, listen to, absorb that which serves you, and that which does not, set it aside and bless it, because you never know, you may want to come back later on. All the books I've read have done one thing. All the videos I've read, all the movies I've watched related to the law of attraction, spirituality, spiritual development, being my own creator, using the word I am, the words I am, they're like puzzle pieces. And I'm building a master work of art in this life, one puzzle piece at a time. None of them have been the end-all be-all. Some of them have convinced me that they were. I finally stumbled on something great. And it's like a drug. Although I've never done drugs, it is said that you do a drug and you got to have more, and you got to have more to keep the same high, and then you're always chasing the original high. And I think a lot of the material that's out there today is worse than drugs, because it alludes to the possibility that you're great and you can do anything you want. And most people start with an open heart, but after they fail, after a short period of time, they become disillusioned. That hasn't happened to me. I've just been so determined and diligent in my pursuits that I'm going to make something happen one way or another. And I had a personal experience in my youth where God told me He heard all my prayers unconditionally. And from then on, I haven't stopped praying. He didn't say He'd give me what I wanted or ask me what I wanted. And then throughout the years, I've manifested out of thin air through prayer campaigns every single thing that I've desired, that I've stayed focused on and didn't take no for an answer. And I've lost everything I've desired. And I've ended up in trouble, and I've ended up in problems and conflict for what I desired. And then I stumbled upon information which shared with me, too late, if you will, that whatever I call forth, I can have, but I got to take all that comes with it. So now I'm working on another prayer campaign. If you read through this blog and go through the archives below and different information, you'll be surprised at what I share with you. I'm very candid. I don't pretend to be nothing I'm not. I'm not a teacher or a guru. I work from home as a business consultant. My clients absolutely love the work that I do, and I don't have one unhappy client, thank God. I'm diligent in that, and I share this information online just to express. I'm only seeking to express myself. If I help someone along the way, or if I stimulate thought, that's great. But back to the words I am. Just the other day, I started using I am in replace of I choose. And I had to kind of write it down and figure out how I was going to articulate myself. But I was quite surprised that when I used the words I am, I felt very comfortable with those words. No hesitation, no reservation, because the things that have already manifested, I am. The things that have not yet manifested, I am experiencing those things because I envisioned them. I created the vision. I created the desire. It's in the spiritual realm. I've got to manifest it into the physical realm, which is what I've done my entire life. So I am those things. So it wasn't a big jump for me. For example, I am healthy and physically fit. That's the truth. Thank God, let me knock on some wood here for superstition purposes. I have not been sick in over a year. I don't know how long it's been. I haven't even had a cold. I have allergies, and I'll take some Claritin D, and I don't have any problems. I have acid reflux, and I take Prilosec over the counter. Outside of that, I don't take no pills for pain. I don't get sick. Thank God I haven't been sick. I've been really healthy. And I've lost a lot of weight, and I'm getting my lean muscle mass back. And at 44 years old, I feel really good. And that has derived more so from prayer and meditation than it has from physical activity. Because I don't go to the gym, I don't run, I don't walk consistently. I work from home, sitting behind my desk most of the time, and I get out and I'm active, but I don't have a regiment or a routine for being an athlete. But using the words "I am" wasn't a push for me at all, and so I'm going to explore that further, and I'm going to continue to use the words "I am" because I feel confident that those words were meant for me to start applying at this point in time. Now, there's a lot that goes on in people's lives. You know, whether you share a video that's 10 minutes or an hour, you know, you can never encompass everything that goes on in your life. Personally, I am on an evolutionary pathway to be the man that I choose to be. Now, I have made a decision about the man I choose to be, and I have set a pathway for myself. And I have dedicated myself to that pathway, and I'm not going to change for nothing. I was born Taurus the Bull. You may want to check out a site also called Secret Language. Just Google Secret Language, and it's a site you can go to, and it usually connects you through your Facebook page, so you want to have a browser up with your Facebook. And when you fill out the information, it'll tell you some amazing things about yourself. One of the amazing things about me is I was born during the day of steadfastness, April the 28th. And I was born during one of the most amazing weeks of the year, and that was the week of manifestation. And it says that, you know, I have the unique ability, once I set my mind to something, to manifest it out of thin air, regardless of what others think is possible. I think we all have that capability to a certain extent, but some of us have more of this mixture and more of another mixture than other people have. And I'm very proud that I stumbled upon that information, because the secret language is not based on astrology, and it's not based on psychic readings or anything. It's based on research that they've done over many thousands of people with various birth dates, and they've got characteristic traits, and you'll be very surprised at how that information is there. If I can, I will find the link and I will post it below this blog post video. I'm going to upload this video to YouTube, and then I'm going to share the video on my blog. I'm at 13 minutes and some seconds now, so I'm going to wrap this up within a 15-minute time frame because I don't want to bore you to death. But prayer and meditation work. You just have to be diligent. It doesn't cost you anything except a little bit of time to apply techniques that you feel comfortable with applying. There's tens of thousands of techniques out there. Gravitate towards the ones that you feel good about. You know, the book The Secret, the books, specifically books 1, 2, and 3 by Neil Donald Walsh, Conversations with God, have impacted me. Deepak Chopra, Dr. Wayne Dyer, and many other authors, wonderful authors, that have given me pieces of the puzzle to help me in my journey. I'm just realistic. None of those pieces of the puzzle have been the end-all, be-all, no matter what the promise is behind the cover of the book or the back of the book. It tells you, hey, this is going to change your life. This will change. Well, if it changes your life, why are you writing a second book or a third or a fifth or a 15th? Additionally, some people's pathway is to share information, but with the number of self-help gurus out there that proclaim that they're going to teach you how to use the secret or teach you how to use the power of intention or the power of the law of attraction, you got to ask yourself, if it's so easy, why aren't they doing it in a way that is outside of selling the snake oil? So they're going to tell you how to use the law of attraction. Okay. Well, thank you for taking a look at this video. It's went a few seconds past 15 minutes, but I hope you have a wonderful day. God bless you in your journey. May you find peace in everything you do.